Let's begin today's Vanguard news by reminding viewers that I will not cover the cards that were revealed in the latest chapter of Vanguard Skyriding Koro Koro comics until they are officially announced, because magazine scans can be considered as copyright infringement. For now, here are some new generic cards and Brandt Gates Ace Unit and DZSS11. Fixed Time Dragon Pro Slogia, while on rear guard or the Guardian Circle gets the intercept ability and 5k shields. And once per turn while on rear guard, you can pay 3 energy when it attacks a Vanguard, while you have a grade 3 or higher Vanguard, to put any player's rear guard to their owner's soul. Then this unit gets 5k power. Then it gets an auto ability if you have 4 or more damage or you persona road this turn, that reduces 5k shields from your opponent's units that were put on the Guardian Circle if that unit's grade is the same as the card put into soul by this unit's original auto ability. Seeing as Almdius last week has a similar ability and condition, I shall call these cards as limit break cyclers. Paying 3 energy for an 18k attacker that puts any player's rear guards into soul isn't really impressive, as it can help your opponent get more resources. And unless your opponent has a random trigger or token unit on rear guard, you're going to have to use your own triggers just to be able to disrupt your opponent's ability to guard, which would suck if your opponent decides to use a Sentinel. Crumbling Destruction Dragon Charistum, while on rear guard or the Guardian Circle gets the intercept ability and 5k shields. And once per turn while on rear guard, you can pay 3 energy when it attacks a Vanguard, while you have a grade 3 or higher Vanguard, to make your opponent bind one of their rear guards. Then this unit gets 5k power. Then this unit gets another 5k power and prevents your opponent from using Blitz Order cards from hand if you have 4 or more damage or you persona road this turn. And of course Bushiroad's favorite nation child gets the better limit break cycler. Almdius only gets more power after retiring a rear guard. This one however binds a rear guard and just outright prevents using Blitz orders. On a side note, I'm assuming the Keter Sanctuary limit break cycler is going to return an opponent's rear guard to the bottom of their deck and make the opponent guard with 2 or more cards in hand. Vimil Exordia is an ace unit card. When placed on rear guard, that isn't during the battle phase, gets 5k power. Then you can pay 3 energy to add up to 1 card from the top 3 cards of your deck. You look at the top 5 cards instead if your order zone has 2 or more cards. And while on rear guard, it gets 5k power when it attacks, while your opponent has a grade 3 or higher Vanguard. Then you can rest a set order in your order zone to get another 5k power. Why the hell are the limit break cyclers seem more impressive than these ace units? This card just gives every Brandt Gate deck Eva's Act ability, but with an energy cost. I have no hope for the Keter Sanctuary ace unit, as she'll just be another random caller it seems. Vyrgilla Rewrite for Malf Knights, while in your hand, lets you bind your Rewrite the Star Vyrgilla Vanguard if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher. To ride this card, then perform all of its effects, but you ride the card you bound with this ability in rest state at the end of the turn. After riding this card with its ability, call up to 1 Galaxan card from your deck or drop zone. Then add up to 1 ultimate skill card from your deck or drop zone. And after riding this card with its ability, it gets a once per turn auto ability that lets you pay 1 counter blast when it attacks to stand all of your front row rear guards, and this unit gets an extra drive check. Then all of your front row units get 5k power for each card with the same name as this card in your soul. Take note that riding this card with its own ability will not be considered as a persona ride. You have to normal persona ride with Rewrite Vyrgilla before using this card's ability to ride it to Vanguard. And in case you're wondering, there's only 3 known Galaxan cards in the game. Finally, get ready for players to suddenly sell off their dual nation cyclers as they get reprinted before GTA 6 comes out. Now if only Bushiroad does the same for the energy cyclers, and maybe the secondary market can finally get an actual day job. And that concludes this Vanguard news without the bullshit. Special thanks to my Patreon members for continuing to support my content creation. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments which set of cyclers do you want to get reprinted next.